Here's a really cool way to play Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. It's slightly simplified. It's going to sound like this. And it's going to continue, but let's break it down step by step and see the techniques. Please refer to the PDF file as well that I will send along with you if you're one of my students, and if you're not and you'd like a copy of the PDF as a reference, please feel welcome to email me via my YouTube channel. I'll be more than happy to send it to you free of charge. And let's get going. But first of all, we're going to focus what is our fretting hand doing. I've numbered my fingers quite clearly. These are suggested finger positions. You're starting with finger number 3 on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And you're going to slide it really quick to fret number 5. But you want to hear both notes. And when I say both notes, I'm playing the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and the open E string underneath it. And that by itself, that doesn't sound cool. But when you slide it really quick, when you slide from the 3 to the 5, those two notes should sound the same if your guitar's in tune, and that sounds pretty sweet. And for those that know the theory, you're sort of implying an E7 chord because D happens to be the dominant 7th in the key of E. Not going to go too much into theory, but it implies the chord. And we're going to do this one more time. And then you're going to come back to the 3, but this time on the 1st finger. Now before we go further, I want to quickly zoom in on our picking hand. I'm using a combination over here of my plectrum, my pick, and my middle finger. So you're sort of doing a hybrid picking using pick and finger at the same time, and that gives me a different sound as in opposed to the strum. It's very similar, but there is a subtle difference. Fingers and with the pick, it's really very similar, but trust me, try it. It's going to sound a lot better than through your cell phone. Okay, so that's just a suggestion. My palm is resting in my 6th string, and again I'm picking with a pick and at the same time my middle finger to get that sort of hybrid combination. And then as I go through it, again I'm using a combination of the middle finger. It just feels different, and it's a nice technique which you don't have to use, but at least maybe try it and see what you think. Okay, we've done the little slide. Oh, that could be better. And you're going to go from there to fret number 4 on the 3rd string. Now I'm going to position fret. There's the 4, but I'm also putting finger number 1 down on the 2nd fret of the same string. So on the tab you'll see there's a 4, 2, 0, and I'm going to pick the 4. So I'm picking this note, and then I'm pulling him off. So this finger is still in pressure. Be careful not to lift him too soon. So don't do this, because then you're going to get the wrong 2nd note. You've picked him, you flick him, so he's sounding, and then you pull him off as well, and you get those 3 notes in a row really quick. And again, if I put the left and right hand together, it's going to look something like this. You see the fingers there, 2nd fret, 4th fret. And it's really quick. Okay, so far you're going to have this. Trying to give you different angles. Okay, and after that 4, 2, 0, you play strings 4 and 3 simultaneously, like that. So it's going to go. You can see my hand is off there. Okay. Now after that, I'm going to go to an E. So we're going to focus again on your fretting hand. I'm sure you're all cool with E. Now, in essence, you don't need this middle finger that I'm tapping there, but it's a nice safeguard. So if you're really enjoying the vibe and you accidentally strike the 5th string, it's still going to sound in tune because that is still part of the chord. Now, you're only meant to play strings 4 and 3, but like I said, safeguard, not a must. And we're going to have something like this now, slow motion. After that, you're going to strike the 6th open string, and then you're going to go to the, that's optional, and then into the chord. You can just do this actually. And to show you what's actually happening there with the picking hand, it's going to be something like this. So let's do the whole thing again, get a different angle there, and let's take it right through into the E. Okay, I actually don't like the second 2 inside of that hole. That 2, I'm not sure that it's there because I took the tab from Ultimate Guitar, and that's where I got my reference from. And yeah, I've heard different versions of Hendrix there, and I'm not sure that 2 is there, but either way, if you put it in and it sounds cool, that's great. I'm going to go, and I'm happy with that. Okay, like I said, it's a simplified version. For the purists, there will be an expert out there showing you the correct, more difficult way. Next part you're going to have, let's have a look what's happening with that section there. We're still based on the E chord, so you've still got that shape and position. You may release all the fingers, including the middle, but you're going to play the open 5th. That's the open 5th. You're going to then hammer on the second finger. So notice I didn't pick him. Pick. I hammered on the second because my finger's pointing, so obviously I can't be picking there. And then after that, I pick the 4th string underneath it open. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. And if I show you both left and right hands, we can see quite clearly here, pick, hammer, pick. Now those 3 notes need to be done twice in a row. And then it starts a 3rd time, but it doesn't go down to what I shouldn't be picking. Okay, after the 3rd time, onto the 6th string, and then into the chord. So slow motion. So it's quite a cool idea is after you've done that 3rd hammer on, 3rd, you're in the E chord, and it's a double bass note. It sounds quite sweet, and you start it again. But then after that you go to C. Okay, so let's just take the whole thing through super slow. 2 and 3 and 4 and now remember with Hendrix he does a whole lot of fill-ins, and we're not doing exactly note for note what Jimmy did, so we're just guiding you through the structure of the song. You'll be able to sing along with it. It's going to sound pretty cool, and we're going to see the essence of the song, not all the difficult parts for this study. Okay, now next up on your PDF, which is basic chord for entire song, basic chord chart. It's C, so you know C, G, D, A, and then E7 sharp 9, which is going to look something like this. In fact, let's zoom in quickly and see exactly what's happening with that. Okay, we're going to have C, G, D, and your A7 sharp 9. Let's get a different view on it. Notice the quick jump when you go to the E7 sharp 9. Simply repeat that. Now, for those that want to get a bit more creative, there's a very cool sort of tab just above the PDF where it shows you the chords of the C, G, D, A, and the E7 sharp 9, which sounds and looks like this. Now, that little walking bass line does occur in the song, and let me break it down. We're going to start with 4 notes. I'm going to zoom in real close. We're starting at fret number 3. This note is C, and there you go. So fret 3 on the 5th string, 2, 3, 4 on the 4th string. And let's call that riff your C riff, because that's C. And let's take the C riff and start it on G. There's G. You can see same movement, same sequence, just different strings. C, G. Then on the next one we've got a D, so you take this and you shift up to D. D is at fret 5. And then A, also fret 5. So you end up repeating the same riff, same sequence of fingers, everything, but simply in different places. So one more time. C, G, D, A. And you're into your. That sounds pretty cool. For those that like bar chords, power chords work well. Check this out. Your walking line. Also sounds pretty sweet. Now, you can chop and change as you want to do it. When Hendrix did it live, he sort of extended the song into quite a few very long versions of it. So there's the official sort of studio take, and then there's a lot of his live ones. So make the song your own. Enjoy what Jimmy did and take it whatever direction you want to. That's the purpose of these videos, is to help you be creative, to learn some pretty cool phrases, see them slightly simplified, and just have fun while you're playing. Now, before I finish off, I want to teach you a very cool little riff. It's called scale rather. It's called the E minor pentatonic scale. There'll be two versions of doing it. The one's going to be this. First going to show you that one, and the second one's going to be. And they both sound pretty sweet. Now the first one's going to look something like this. It's starting at fret number 5 on the 5th string to fret 7. Then you're going to go to the 4th string, 5, 7, start up to 9, and then 7, 9 on the 3rd string. Now check how cool this works out over here if you combine this little riff to the song. We're going to play through the chords, and then we're going to add that, and we're going to improvise. And what I mean by improvise is I don't know what I'm going to play it, so I'm hoping this is going to work. Check this out. Works quite nicely here. Can get a bit faster. It's not about the speed, it's about the notes, and that's the important part. Now let's look at the second scale that I just spoke about. It's going to be quite high up on the fretboard. We're starting at fret number 12, the double dot. It's going to go 12, 15, 12, 14, another 12, 14, all the way to the 3rd string, and including, and then the 2nd string, 12, 15, and 12, 15 again. So slow motion, 12, 15, 12, 14, 14 again, 12, 14, and then the 15s, and backwards. Now I'm going to zoom out, and again I'm going to sort of improvise this on the fly. So I'm hoping that at the end of the video I don't botch a few notes. If I do, you may laugh politely, but the whole goal of the year is to simply just play on the fly and enjoy what you're doing, utilizing the scales. So this is something, if you don't want to load up a backtrack with your mates on a run, you just want to jam by yourself. Check this out. See? Now all these little phrases, I'm going to get a bit closer. These are all from that scale. And it doesn't have to be a lot of notes, it can be a few notes, it can be like 2 notes. Sounds sweet. It can be a lot of notes like this. I'm going to try and see how many notes I can squeeze in, and hopefully I'm not going to botch this. Here we go. C, and G, and E, and A, and here we go. Got lucky with that one. Bottom line is, improvise, enjoy the music. I don't want to try and bully you into playing too fast or too slow. You play the way you want to sound, and that's very, very important. I hate when someone says you must do this or you must do that. That automatically sort of gets my hair up. Yeah. So have fun with the song, enjoy the scales, know how to apply the scales, and enjoy a really cool song from one of the legends, Jimi Hendrix. Wishing you an awesome week. Take care. Cheers.